Hello and welcome. My name is Manish Katiyar, Assistant Professor, Axis Institute of Planning and Management, Kanpur. Now, in our working capital management topic, we have discussed about what is working capital, current assets, and current assets. In current assets, we have discussed about cash, receivables. Now, we are moving forward and discussing about the stocks. Stocks means inventory. Here, as you see, in working capital management, our main focus or main core area is those assets which can be easily converted into cash. So, in our second unit, we have discussed about cash. In our third unit, we have discussed about receivables or debtors. Now, in unit number 4, we will discuss about stocks or stocks of finished goods, stock of raw material. We will cover certain numerical questions and certain theory parts also. So, let us move and discuss about the inventory management. What is inventory? Under inventory management, inventory constitute a major element of working capital. First line, inventory constitute a major element of working capital. Why? If amount in our credit side, if we prepare trading profit and loss account, in credit side we prepare sales, that is net sales, and closing stock. Closing stock is the only figure which is out of trial balance item. We all know that trial balance closing stocks are separately evaluated and not shown in the trial balance. And closing stock represent how much amount is involved in stock. If there are certain benefits also, if we invest huge amount in inventory, we will take the benefit of the inflation, because it is the tendency that prices of goods moves in upward डायरेक्शन नॉर्मली. तो जब प्राइसेस इंक्रीज होते रहते हैं तो उसका बेनिफिट भी लिया जा सकता है, बट वी आर हियर टू डू बिजनेस, नॉट टेकिंग द बेनिफिट ऑफ द इन्फ्लेशन. प्लीज रिमेंबर. सो inventory constitute a major element of working capital. The objective of the inventory management are to a great extent similar to the objective of the cash management. Okay. Great similar to the objective of cash management. Inventory management covers a large number of problems, including fixation of minimum and maximum levels, determining the size of inventory to be carried, deciding about the issues, receipt and inspection procedure, determine the economic order quantity, proper storage facilities, keeping check over obsolescences and ensuring control over movement of inventories. काफ़ी कुछ बात करी गई है इन्वेंट्री के बारे में. कह रहे हैं कि मिनिमम लेवल एंड मैक्सिमम लेवल ऑफ इन्वेंट्री मालूम होना चाहिए, इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी हमको मालूम होना चाहिए. अगर हम एक्सेस इन्वेंट्री स्टोर करेंगे तो हमारा ऑब्सोलेंस के चांसेस हो सकते हैं, डैमेज होने के चांसेस हो सकते हैं. एक चीज़ ऑल पिलफ्रेजेस, छोटी मोटी चोरियाँ जिनको बोलते हैं, ये होती रहती हैं. अगर कभी आप बिग बाज़ार की स्टडीज़ को उठा के पढ़ेंगे तो देखेंगे कि पिलफ्रेजेस एक एक्सपेंसेस की तरह से वो शो करते हैं. छोटी मोटी चोरियाँ कस्टमर्स कर लेते हैं जो नहीं मॉनिटर हो पाती, तो खैर वो एक अलग मैटर है. तो ओवर स्टॉकिंग और अंडर स्टॉकिंग या ओवर आप एक्सेस इन्वेंट्री होल्ड कर रहे हैं, रिक्वायर्ड से कम इन्वेंट्री होल्ड कर रहे हैं, उसके बारे में यहाँ पे बात हो रही है. मिनिमम लेवल, maximum level, reorder quantity. These are the inventory controlling tools. By with the help of these tools, you can simply calculate the overall requirement of your inventory today and tomorrow. How this is done? We will discuss this in this unit. Next, objective of system of material control. Why we are following the policy of inventory control? It is written over here. Minimizing interruption in production process. Suppose we are manufacturing motorbikes, and at a very large stage we needs indicators and headlights. So, why should we stock these headlights and indicator when the beginning at the beginning of the manufacturing process? It is the last process. So, we will defer the inventory of lights and indicator for few later weeks. So, material cost system ensure that no activity, particularly production, suffer from interruption for want of material store. Suppose now manufacturing of motorbike is almost completed, but for giving the finishing touch we require headlights and indicator, but in stock there is no headlights and indicator. So, what? If there is no headlights and indicator, we have to pay the workers for their idle time. What is idle time? Idle time means a time where there is no production activity, but we have to pay the workers. So, in that case, the talent of workers we could not effectively utilized. So, we have to keep a approach JIT. This approach we will discuss it later on in our next lecture. JIT. This is a technique which is developed by the Japanese, and they called it just in time approach. Just in time approach. बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ की जाती है टेक्निक। जब किसी प्रोडक्ट की आपको रिक्वायरमेंट हो तब उस रिक्वायरमेंट से पहले उसको ऑर्डर करिए। आप एक्शन मोड में रहिए। इसके बारे में बात किया था, हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे अगले लेक्चर्स में। ओके, नेक्स्ट, ऑप्टिमाइजेशन ऑफ मटेरियल कॉस्ट। व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव? मिनिमाइजिंग इंटरप्शन इन प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस, कि हमारे प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में इंटरप्शन मतलब कम से कम रोकथाम हो। Production process should not be hampered due to the lack of material. Okay. Next is optimization of material cost. The overall material cost include price, ordering cost and holding cost. Since all the materials and stores are acquired at the lowest possible price considering the required quantity and other relevant factors like reliability in respect of delivery etc., holding cost too needs to be minimized. Next है वो ये कह रहे हैं ऑप्टिमम मेटेरियल कॉस्ट कि सपोज we are a dealer of paint, and we all know that in India the requirement of paint increases when the season when the rainy season is over. So, is it a good practice to store excess material of paint in your shop in the month of rainy season? This is not a good practice. So, they are saying if you buy excess material, you need additional space, you have to keep extra vigilance so that material should not be wastage, material should not be stolen by your staff. तो इस सब चीज़ों को आपको देखना पड़ेगा। तो होल्डिंग कॉस्ट को कम करिए आप, नहीं वो बता रहे हैं। रिडक्शन इन वेस्टेज, material cost system has an objective of avoid unnecessary losses and wastage that may arise from deterioration in quality due to defective or long storage or from obsolescence. Here I would like to discuss my personal experience with you. When I was working with a renowned company, it was a cement company, and I was in that department. We had a huge stock of cement bags, and while issuing these cement bags, one bag was kept inside the godown. Normally we follow the FIFO and LIFO method. Normally in cement industry we follow FIFO method, first in first out method. Unfortunately, a old lot cement bag could not be issued in time. If you all know that the go down of a cement is very risky for your health also. In a normal situation, you would not like to visit your cement go down because of health issues. So, even I could not pay attention, and a cement bag was kept lying in go down. बहुत लंबे समय तक वो गोडाउन में रखा रहा और धीमे धीमे सीमेंट वो जम गया. Then my boss issued an explanation to me, why this wastage? You know, the at that time the bag cost was 180-190 rupees per bag, but what my boss suggested me, कि you should avoid this practice. Here rupees 190 is not relevant, but the practice is relevant. Okay. So, reduction in wastage. Material control system has an objective of avoiding of unnecessary losses and wastage that may arise from deterioration in quality. Deterioration मतलब क्वालिटी में कमी आ जाना. फार्मा सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं आप, अननेसेसरी उस मेडिसिन को स्टॉक कर लिए जिसकी डिमांड नहीं है तो क्या होगी, एक्सपायर. अब सेल नहीं हुई तो वो एक्सपायर हो जाएगी. ठीक. सपोज एफएमसीजी सेक्टर में अगर आप देखें, किसान का एक प्रोडक्ट आता है जैम, किसान जैम, मिक्स फ्रूट जैम सबसे ज़्यादा बिकने वाला आइटम, लेकिन आपने मैंगो जैम को स्टोर करके रखा हुआ है. बिकता है, स्लो मूविंग है, बट मिक्स फ्रूट ज़्यादा बिकता है, तो क्या होगा. तो उसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि अवॉइड of unnecessary losses and wastage that may arise from deterioration in quality due to defective or long storage or from obsolescence. Obsolescence means इस्तेमाल से बाहर हो जाना किसी चीज़ को. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स के बारे में बात करें, मोबाइल फ़ोन्स में बात करें, कंप्यूटर्स की बात करें, एसीज़ की बात करें, तो ऑब्सोलेंस है. एसीज़ के बारे में अगर हम बात करेंगे, पहले 5 स्टार रेटिंग के एसीज़ आते थे, उन्होंने 6 बोल दिया, 1 स्टार कम कर दिया, तो वो ऑब्सोलेंस के बारे में बात करना है. It may be noted that losses and wastage in the process of manufacture are a concern of production department. Okay. Next, adequate information. पर्याप्त जानकारी आपके पास होनी चाहिए. The system of material control maintain proper record to ensure that reliable information is available for all items of materials and stores. ठीक है. This not only helps in detecting losses and pilferages. Again pilferages I am discussing, I have already discussed about pilferages means छोटी मोटी चोरियाँ, but also facilitate proper production planning. And for fifth one is completion of order in time. Proper material management is very necessary for fulfilling orders of the firm. This adds to the goodwill of the firm. आप टाइम से ऑर्डर को कंप्लीट करेंगे, आपकी गुडविल मार्केट में इंक्रीज होगी. इसके बारे में बात किए जा रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट, मटेरियल कंट्रोल इन्वॉल्व efficient functioning of the following operations. Number 1, purchasing of raw material or purchasing of materials, receiving of materials, inspection of materials, storing of material, issue of material, मेंटेनेंस ऑफ इन्वेंट्री रिकॉर्ड्स एंड स्टॉक ऑडिट। एक एक चीज़ को अगर आप लेके चलेंगे तो डिस्कशन में बहुत वास्ट है। परचेजिंग ऑफ मटेरियल, आप whenever there is a requirement to huge purchase the material in a huge quantity, you will simply invite tenders, publish tender, open tender, and then finalize the supplier, and then if the supplier or sample or goods you need is according to your requirement, you simply put order. This is a long process. Purchasing of material, receiving of material, simply firstly you have to issue a purchase order, then they will supply goods and you will receive it. Inspection of material, simply inspect the material whether the order which you have placed based on samples, that samples corresponded with the goods. This is you all have studied this topic in the Sale of Goods Act. स्टोरेज ऑफ मटेरियल, अब ऐसी जगह स्टोर करें, गोडाउन आपका सेफ होना चाहिए, किसी तरह की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए, बारिश में सेफ होना चाहिए, नेचुरल कैलेमिटी से सेफ होना चाहिए। इशूइंग ऑफ मटेरियल, मटेरियल इशू करने के लिए क्या मेथड इशू करेंगे, फीफो सिस्टम फॉलो करेंगे, लिफो सिस्टम फॉलो करेंगे, फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट, लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट, किस मेथड को फॉलो करेंगे उसके बारे में देखना है। नॉर्मली फीफो मेथड या एवरेज मेथड को फॉलो किया जाता है। इसके बाद है मेंटेनेंस ऑफ इन्वेंट्री रिकॉर्ड्स, स्टॉक लेजर मेंटेन करके रखेंगे एंड स्टॉक ऑडिट कराते रहिएगा जब आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट हो। इन्वेंट्री कंट्रोल बाय सेटिंग क्वांटिटेटिव लेवल्स, फर्स्ट लेवल इज reorder, first is reorder stock level, when we are required to pay the order, when to order, reorder level means when to order, कब हमको दोबारा ऑर्डर प्लेस करना है। ऐसा नहीं कि किसी भी, सपोज वी आर डीलिंग इन मोबाइल फोन्स एंड मोबाइल a particular models mobile phone stock is almost sold and we are out of stock, then we will place order. No, by keeping the buffer stock. The last line I have mentioned buffer stock to meet the sudden demand. By keeping the buffer stock, we have to place a reorder. Reorder quantity oblique economic order quantity, how much to order, कितना order करें, this is to be calculated. We will see numerical for this. Maximum stock level, how much quantity, it is depend on your sales criteria. If you are dealing in a mobile phone, you know the from previous track record, you know which models are higher in demand, which models are lower in demand. So, according to demand you can stabilize, you can set the maximum and minimum level. Average stock level, stock normally kept. Danger stock level means kept for emergency requirement, and buffer stock to meet sudden demand. Danger level means keep to emergency requirement, this level is compulsory, this is used by the petrol pump dealers. They have to retain a certain or specific quantity of diesel or petrol in their tanks for emergency requirement. It is a government's order. Next, ROL, reorder level formula equal to, please note down these formulas and try to memorize this formula. Okay. So, reorder level equal to maximum consumption into maximum reorder period. Reorder level minimum stock level plus average rate of consumption into average or reorder period. This is the alternate formula. Here you can use or, या तो ये या ये, कोई भी आप यूज़ करना चाहें. Next one is economic order quantity. Please note this formula very carefully. One of the most discussed formula. I have already discussed this formula in the cash unit number 1, and majority of the examination questions in majority of the exams are asked from this formula. Economic order quantity EOQ equal to, please, this is like this. To multiplied by annual requirement A multiplied by cost per order O upon carrying cost per unit, and summary of this formula is like this: 2 AS upon C. 2 AS upon C. 2 multiplied by annual demand S cost per order. Please note cost per order and carrying cost, इस पे focus per unit per annum. So, based on this formula we are going to take up a new numerical question and find the solutions. Underlying assumptions of EOQ, I already told you this concept is mostly discussed, mostly asked in your examination question. Please do practice these questions at your home from your textbooks. The calculation of economic order of material to purchase is subject to following assumptions. Ordering cost per order and carrying cost per unit per annum are known and they are fixed. Known and fixed. They are known and fixed. Next, anticipated uses of material units is known. Cost per unit of the material is constant and is known as well. The quantity of material order is received immediately, that is the lead time is 0. इस पे फोकस करिएगा. Whenever you place your order for a specific inventory, the lead time is 0. It is assumption, underlying assumption. Lead time is 0. Please focus on this. Now, question: calculate the economic order quantity for the particulars ये कह रहे हैं कैलकुलेट द इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग इंफॉर्मेशन कंप्यूटेशन कंजम्पशन ऑफ मटेरियल पर एनम. A particular type of material is required for the production of a specific goods and raw material requirement in a year is 10,000 kg. Order placing per order is order placing cost per order is 50 already given. Cost per kg of raw material 2 and storage cost is 8 on inventory. How? Okay. So, move to next line. Solutions. A means annual demand या requirement equal to 10,000 kg. S equal to ordering cost equal to rupees 50 is given in the question. C means carrying cost. We have to calculate this. How this is to be calculated? Formula is square under root 2 AS upon C. Here annual demand 2 multiplied by annual demand is 10,000 kg and S is given rupees 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 8%, 8 upon 100. और लाइक दिस, इस तरीके से आंसर टोटल आ जाएगा आपका. इसको जब आप सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो 2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10,000 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 50 डिवाइडेड बाय 4. हाउ दिस इज टू बी कैलकुलेटेड? 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 150 एंड 8 ऑल्सो सिंप्लीफाई कर लेंगे तो आंसर 4 आ जाएगा इसका. ठीक है, ये आंसर आ गया हमारे पास. अब यहाँ पे टोटल आ जाएगा आंसर आपका इक्वल टू 2500 kg. 2500 kg यहाँ पे आंसर आ गया. ठीक है, अब टोटल हमको रिक्वायर नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स number of orders to be placed equal to total annual requirement 10,000 divided by 2,500. This 2,500 kg equal to 25 4 ja 100 means 4 order. This is the economic order quantity for 10,000 kg of raw material. We have to place 4 order in a year and each order should be 2,500 kg. This is calculated through this formula. Please follow this and practice these questions in your practice session from your textbooks. Okay. So, thank you for this. We will discuss other topics in our next lecture. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.